Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for is now here.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Get him, Bobby.
Now, rocking with
DZ, the Incredible.
You got it locked into Live and Direct with yours truly, DZ the Incredible. And of course, you know, here on Live and Direct, we bring to you the who's who in art, culture, music, entertainment, and more. And today, we're here at the Natural Waist Detox store with my boy, Feeling Froggy. And I got to let you do the formal introduction because I'm sure that many people watching this don't even know your government name because they only know you as Froggy.
All right, welcome everybody. I'm Jamaal Bethel, a.k.a. Feeling Froggy, or a lot of people know me as Frog or Froggy.
All right, now, you and your wife, you're both entrepreneurs. You started this business together a couple years ago. And, you know, usually in a Bahamian family, you know, you wake up in the morning, husband go to work in the east, wife go to work in the west, but you all work together, so you all are together like every day, all day. So what's the secret behind the success of how you all make this partnership work?
Well, DZ wouldn't really call it a secret, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, there's a direction that we chose, and we had to make it work. But you open a can of worms, really, because I never really sit down and thought about it like that, even though I thought about it, but like really sitting on it, sinking in. It's just something that we brought to life, really, you know, because, of course, we used to work for people before we started working for ourselves. So, of course, I would go in the east, she would go in the west, and then after a certain time, we link back up. But now we get up, we go to work, and then we go home together. So it's like it's different, but at the same time, too, even though like we work together, like she would be in the shop and I on the road. So it's still a little ways, like I go a little southwest and she go a little southeast.
Yeah, so I guess it's all about just, I guess, finding that main balance and, you know, finding out what works for both of you.
Yeah, most definitely. And it's like being in a diet, you know. When you start off, it's very hard, but then after a while, when you do it as a routine, you wake up in the morning, you know, so it actually becomes a part of you. So it isn't nothing bad, really. But at the same time, it's still one or two little things because you got to remember, hey, we married, and not that we work together means that's us spending time together. You know, you still got to find quality time for each other. And that's something what I had to fall off on because I was like, hey, okay, I've been to work with you all day, so that's our time. When I reach home, I go about my business. So that's something that I had to adjust to.
Okay, so how does being entrepreneurs affect, like, your home life? I know that you just spoke about, you know, I guess once you get home from being here all day, you tired, so you just want. But how does being an entrepreneur really have a big effect on like your home life?
I mean, and yeah, like I say, honestly, it becomes a part of you, and you know, coming out the gate in life, everything is a growing experience, and then of course everybody have to be strong for everybody because what my wife would do, I probably wouldn't do, and what I would do, she probably would never think about doing. So like, it's just understanding your position, understanding your role, and trying to find time for each other. Because like I say, in the beginning, I mean, I with you all day. Like, I tired being around you now. Like, let me go and chill over with my boys now. And it ain't like that. So, you know, you got to divide up your time, still try find time to go for lunch. You know, when you get off from work, still try find time to go and get some conch salad. It's just like simple stuff that we had to learn. And I had to learn personally because, you know, us men, like, we just really just flex and we ain't really watching that. Because like I say, I would be at work and I say, nah, I spending time with my wife. But literally, we to work. And then when we get off, I drop you off and I jump in the car and I heading back out. So that was really like a no-no, but it was a yeah for me. But it's like a no-no for me now.
All right, so let's take a look at the beginning for a minute. Like, what was that point? And I know you could speak for you better than you could speak for your wife. Yeah. But what was that point where you were like, okay, like working for people ain't working for me, and it's about time I start doing something for myself now?
This could be long, eh? This could be short, because I mean, and honestly, it came to me, you know, because first of all, my wife, she wasn't working. She left her job prior. So at the time, she was just home trying to figure out, you know, what's my purpose, what I need to be doing. So I was left just working. And at the same time, like, the place where I was working, I approached them and I was like, you know what, hey, I'm ready to start a family. I'm ready to start doing some stuff. Like, this money what you guys paying me, it ain't cutting it. So, like, what y'all gonna do for me? What gonna happen? And, you know, for me, like, that was a big step for me because I was just a person, I go to work, I do my work, and I go home. Like, I really don't have much to say, especially when it comes to something personal like that, to say, hey, to advance myself, you know. And the answer what I got, it didn't add up. You know, and at the same time, my wife then, she figured out, hey, you know, that's what I'm going to go do. And she ran out and she did what she had to do. And what she did, when she did what she had to do, she did not include me. She did not involve me. But the kind of person that she is, she included me in her stuff. And I didn't even really know in terms of me putting me on the business license and all these different stuff, you know. And I was appreciative of that, you know. And at the same time, too, we had to make a decision. Hey, what you want to do? You want to continue to go down this road, what you want right now, and you already know the answers, or you want to let's start this new venture, this new journey. You know, and people got to realize, like, we still young, you know what I mean? And so there's still a lot of stuff you got to go through and a lot of stuff you got to learn. So it isn't late to take another step. And that was the whole idea for us, to make a decision on taking another step forward. And at the end of the day, she already took that step. But it's just up to me now if I want to decide to continue to work for these people or I want to take this step with my wife. And the answer was, as you can see, where I am right now. And from then to now, only God, you know, only God I could say, because everything what we do is led by Him. And even all our business is just spiritually led. So I made the right answer, I made the right choice, and I can't complain. I can't complain, and ain't no turning back. So that's all I could say about that situation.
All right, so what basically led y'all in the direction of health and wellness? Because I know that this is one of the hardest markets to be in anywhere in the world, not just in the Bahamas, but anywhere. So what led y'all into the arena of health and wellness?
Okay, now honestly, once again, the piggyback, my wife, she really, this was her baby, you know, and I just had to come in and help her take care of this baby, you know, because at the end of the day, my wife, she actually formed a group called Fitness Buddies, and it was a non-profit organization, so of course no funds or nothing like that was accumulated, unless it was just for prizes or whatever the case may be. And she just had this strange idea to say, hey, you know what, I could turn this something more into just a fitness buddies thing, whereas, you know, she just was helping persons who was on a weight loss journey, because herself, she was actually on a weight loss journey, so that's how she started this organization called Fitness Buddies, because she is struggling, and she just went out on Facebook and she reached out, hey, anybody looking for somebody to work out? We could do this, we could do that, and that's how she started her situation. And then from then, that's how this whole idea came about, stemmed from the same Fitness Buddies movement, and then we actually transformed into FabFit Studio. And FabFit Studio is something where we just did personal training exercises, actually, just helping persons individually, one-on-one. And going into the business, honestly, we didn't know which direction that we want to go. You know, like, if we tell the story, like, people will be like, man, you're lying on this and stuff, like, but honestly, this business is seriously spiritually led, you know, and if it wasn't for God, we probably wouldn't have been here right now, because we move on His word and His motion. And every time He says something, we just did it. We obedient, and we did it, and we got results. So she moved from the Fitness Buddies. We did the FabFit Studio. We locked in personal training. We did stuff. We help others. Then we was like, you know what, we could add on, and we could break this down, and then we could add this aerobics to do. And we just was dealing with our business, just like day to day, figuring out what's next. Or like, hey, I can eat peanut butter today. No, I can eat steak tomorrow. So that's how this business really formed. Like, no business plan, no idea what next or what to expect. We just is moving with the flow.
Right now, let's see how we could break this down, because I have I have watched your business venture kind of like evolve from one thing to the next. Because I remember that first it was Fire Fit Studio, and then you guys were doing like the exercise classes and stuff like that. And then when you moved from the first location you were at to the second location, then you opened like a juice bar. I'm right?
They juice you in.
Yeah. So how did that addition come into your business venture?
Honestly, like in the health industry, it's so much things you could do. You could sit down behind a desk and you could make it work. You could go and do what we do, teaching persons, exercising, all this stuff. You could do that. Or you could go and sell smoothies, and like I say, every day we just keep adding. Like we just try to figure out like, hey, what's next? What could we do to improve our service? What could we do to add on to Farfetch Studios? What could we do to add on sales? And that's how Day Juice You came about. And Day Juice You did very well. The smoothies were delicious. People loved it. And it was a good hit.
Okay, and then from the smoothies, then you started doing the detox teas. Now, did the tea idea stem from the smoothies, or was that just something that just kind of came up as time went along?
Now, to be honest, the detox teas actually came before the smoothies, but it was on a low scale. Like we did it, people know about it, but it wasn't as much out there like how the smoothie bar would have been set up, because it's something that you see every day you walk past, or how we advertise. The smoothie bar would have gotten more attention than the detox teas. But eventually the detox teas took a flip. So we were juggling between Farfetch Studio, They Juice You, which is a smoothie bar, and now we have here Natural Waist Detox. So we juggle between the three. And of course, at the end of the day, Natural Waist Detox came out on top. So that's where we at. This is what's going on. This is the baby right here, Natural Waist Detox.
All right, so how long have you all been in business now since day one?
Okay, January 2016 to present, we've been in business for ourselves. Well, I would have left my job in 2016 in March, but we would have opened up our doors to say entrepreneurship from in 2016 in January. We would open up our doors.
Okay, so that would give you all about 3 years,
Yeah,
3 years in the business.
Yeah.
Now, in the first year, 2 years of business, what were some of the struggles that you remember you all encountered in that first year, 2 years?
I mean, what's so funny you asked that question, because like me and my wife, we always have conversations, and we always say like, I guess, the times are different. When with the generation and with technology and all this different stuff, like what we did and what we accomplished in that 3 year span, or even that 1 year span, compared to somebody back in the day probably trying to do business from year one and then they just catching themselves within 10 years. Like for us, the business it just did burst, We had our times where it would be slow. So, you have rent to pay because you're in a building, then you have light bill, then you have your home bills. And for some strange reason, it just always worked out. Like we just would always have that exact money. So if the light bill is $200, I have that $200. If the shop rent and the home rent come to $1,500, I get that. So like, I wouldn't really say that it was hard, but when you needed that money, it was always there.
Sound like you're all living off blessings, man.
Yeah, that's why I say this business is spiritually led. And a lot of people wouldn't understand, but I have to speak it because that's what it is, That's just what it is, just facts, straight facts. But of course, like any other business, you have your high months, you have your low months, but you have to budget. And then in business, like honestly, we ain't been to school for no business. We didn't been to school for a lot of this stuff what we doing. You know what I mean? But just every day just going at it, packing at it, and just learning, to prepare yourself for greatness. That's what we call it. Just preparing ourselves for success. Because you got to go through stuff. And every day is the sunshine, but we do our best to make it look that way. Because we do have hard times, when the money's in there, or like when the light bill due, or you need inventory, or the customers wasn't coming to class, so you ain't getting no funds, or persons going missing. You know what I mean? So everybody goes through it. But at the same time, what happened was we never break. We never break. We just keep at it. We just keep packing. And like I say, that's why we just keep adding. That's why you're FabFit. Then you get They Juice You. Then you get Natural Waist Detox. You know what I mean? So we just keep adding so we could have some type of sort of income coming through, but could sustain us. Because trust me, it used to be like a lot of hard times. And then we in the industry, we in a business where it's like, it ain't like Super Value or something, not to call about a business name, but like a shop or whatever, where you walk in, pick up your items, and then you leave. Like, we dealing with a business where everything is hands-on, everything is communication, down to even touching somebody. You know what I mean? So, like, you always got to be available, you always got to be accessible, and that could put a strain on you. You know what I mean? And then you have some persons who mean well, and then you have some persons who don't mean well. So, like, all these different stuff, and then at that too, it kind of discourages you. You know what I mean? And so it's just a thought like to say, hey, if I was in this business by myself, or if my wife was in this business by herself, like, would we been here today talking right now, she might have give up. I might have give up. So at the end of the day, we just keep encouraging ourselves. We just keep it moving. We just stay focused. And that's what's most important. That togetherness, That's what has set us apart and set us different with our business. And what keep us motivated and what keep us moving. Because trust me, it's be some days where like you just want to give up. Because just dealing with a particular customer or like trying to deal with a certain situation with our first studio, just to piggyback off that question what you're saying, like how if business or whatever. 2016, it was a hurricane. I can't remember what the hurricane was. I think it was like when the Matthew Dam or something. And our first location, we was on Fayette Avenue, it actually got messed up. It got destroyed because our roof was leaking. So like all my wooden floors and stuff, they got messed up. And like mold and stuff was growing in the place. So like, we was like, we don't even have, I think like that's the first time I was ever late paying my rent, my landlord. But he understood because, I always just pay my rent and stuff on time. So we could understand that. But at the same time, like the place just got destroyed, and then like you like young entrepreneurs, young business owners, like I have $1 million in the bank to be like, hey, all right, let me call Jane and Susan, they could come and fix this. Like everything we do, like we had to do on our own, like coming out the gate. And it was like, Lord, this must be a test because like where I can get this money from now? Because you're dealing with a storm. So of course ain't nobody interested in exercising, ain't nobody interested in working out. Because, of course, storm just passed and, people homes and stuff messed up and people trying to get back in order. And, I mean, that time, that just was like, I don't think I could say it was a test. And I think we passed it. That's all I could say. Because we had to redo the studio, try to get customers back in the door, try to get the hype and energy back. It's like, over here, NASA, we always just get blessed by the hurricanes really don't do us as bad. But sometimes when they do come, like it don't be a good scene. So like a lot of our customers and stuff was affected by it. But through the grace of God, we pulled through and customers just walked in the door. We changed around and like when we changed around in it was like better than what we had it before. Like people was like freaking out, like, hey, just get bigger. Like it just was like a breath of fresh air, man. It was something new. So that was like one of the experiences I could say that we've been through.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, like your business is spiritually led.
Yeah.
So of course, when you be obedient to God, then He blesses you and He gives you success.
Most definite.
Now I know that when I first met you years ago, you were more froggy than you are now. You were a little bigger than you are now.
Big guy.
So was the decision to go into the health and wellness field a motivation for you and your wife to, personally become more healthy?
Honestly, I was a selfish husband because, like I say, everything started off as this fitness buddies thing, and it really stemmed like that too because she was looking for workout partners. I ain't interested in all of that. Don't bother me. I ain't into that. When I get off, don't bother me. So that's what really led her to say, hey, you know what? Let me go look for people to go work out with or whatever. So whilst I on playing 2K and playing Madden and thing, 6 o'clock, and then she out there, she getting herself together, and she looking good. So I was like, you know what? Let me call up my friends and be like, hey, you know what? Let's get on this journey. Let's get on this path. And that's how it really happened for me. Like piggybacking of what she was dealing with, I get involved, but I wasn't with her. She was like dealing with her own stuff, and I was dealing with my own stuff. So that's why I was like, at the end of the day. And the funny thing is, like, even when we started the Farfetch studio, she would conduct all the classes. So that's why I still was like working at my old job and just going there, helping out. So like on my lunch hour, I just pass through here up. After work, I go there, help. So I was just like a security really, and a maintenance man, sweeping, smiling, mopping the floor and stuff, and I wasn't getting involved. Even though I was still doing my exercises, different from what's going on. And then one day she was just like, you know what, today you doing soca. And I looked like, I ain't doing no freaking soca. She's like, yeah, you can be doing this. And I was like, and she's dead serious. I was like, I thought she was joking, like seriously. And that day, I had to do soca. And from then, that's how Feeling Froggy get established. Like, that's why I tell, like, we ain't plan this business. Like, every day, it's just be something, honestly. Because what I gonna do workout classes for? I just here collecting the money. I ain't trying to be a part of nothing. I just making sure all the ladies straight. And of course, like, no men coming through, so it's just a bunch of women. So, just some type of security. But I end up turning into Mr. Feeling Froggy, and that's how it happened.
All right, what we can do right about now, we're going to jump into the live and direct music break, and we can be right back. Check it out. Welcome back to Live and Direct with yours truly, DC the Incredible. We hanging out here at the Natural Waist Detox store. We got Mr. Feeling Froggy in the building. And you mentioned before we went to the music break about doing Feeling Froggy, soca. You used to do it on Thursdays, right?
Yeah, every Thursday. Thursdays, 7, 8, or 6 or 7, something like that. That ain't around like that no more. But every Thursday you could find me from 7 to 8, actually. Soca Frenzy with your boy, Feeling Froggy.
Yeah, now, the way you talk, the wife, she kind of just threw that on you last minute. You unprepared, you ain't know what you doing. Yeah. So how did you prepare yourself to now take on the responsibility of helping people to get fit and lose weight and all that stuff now with having her giving you your own time slot?
Platform. Honestly, all I could say was, I guess that probably was for me. She probably saw something in me, and she probably figured out, hey, I know if I give him this chance, this opportunity, he can do good. And I just do what I had to do. Like, honestly, I didn't prepare for it. I didn't know, like, what to do, because at the end of the day, every time I go to work with her, I just watching her. You know what I mean? Because she doing everything. She got to do the jungle, she doing the soca, she doing the personal. And I was like, well, you know what, that's really a lot for her, you know. But I still ain't thinking, like, to say, well, she need help. You know what I mean? Because I ain't really thinking like that. I just say, and I doing my part by being the security, making sure everybody's straight. But when she gave me the chance and she gave me the opportunity, I still was upset, because I was like, seriously, like, what are you going to go do? You know, I mean, I know the type of person I is. I was a fun person when I around my friends. But like, you trying to bring me into a different environment with strangers, how are I supposed to adjust to that? And believe it or not, I adjusted. That's just how it happened, but it's just crazy. Like, sitting down thinking about it, like how I really started it. It's like, it's just crazy. It's crazy.
All right, now let's talk about the latest expansion that you all did to your business, because now I see that you have everything from, I think they call these waist trainers, and the sweat, the waist sweat bands, some plastic for these women to wrap themselves up in plastic and thing. So tell us a little bit more about these new products that you have expanded to, you know, what you would come in by. I even see like pre-pregnancy vitamins and thermometers and stuff like that. So talk a little bit more about all the new products that you guys now have.
Like you say, in the health industry, I mean, and it's a $1 million industry, you know, straight out the bat. And besides that, it's just like so much things that people could venture into, you know, and you just got to figure out what you want to venture into. To piggyback off our pregnancy corner, to piggyback off our product, which is called, one of our most popular products is the Fertile Cleanse. And now, here at Natural Waist Detox, we have at least we help a lot of, that's what I love about our company. We just is a company of service, you know, and straight results. And we help a lot of persons, whether persons say it out openly or persons come and whisper to you or they send you a message. We do a lot of helping. We do a lot of good stuff, a lot of good deeds here. And out there right now, we could say we have about over 80 plus detox teas babies from the cleanses that we provide. Besides that, even a lot of babies what isn't even on record, we could say. And it just is from the tea, the Fertile Cleanse, you know. And then, but as we get deeper into the business, because see, the business is actually formed, our business is formed of our customers. So whatever the customer is asking for or reaching out for, that's what we, you know, bend over to please our customers. Because besides the tea, you have other stuff that, for instance, they come there, I had a miscarriage, I this and I that. So you'd be like, all right, you probably lack of vitamins. So I start to bring in vitamins. People have issues with their menstrual and stuff. We start to do vaginal steam. Men having issues with their sperm. We created a drink called the Sperm Up that enhance your chances for your sperm and your eggs and stuff to swim. So besides just catering to women, we actually also cater to men. And then besides that, a lot of people be like, oh, I want to get snatched for my birthday, or I get married, or my work having a party, or the church having a function. And you say, okay, well, you start bringing in our Colombian waist trimmers along with vests and all these different stuff. And then we actually customize a sweat band. So we have a Natural Waist Detox sweat band, you know, and even down to the stomach wraps, we bring in those. And we also have a coffee cream for to enhance your chances of sweating and all those different stuff. It's like a lot of stuff that we venture into, basically for the customers, because these the high demands what the customers asking for. And like I say, anything to please our customers and anything to get a customer in the door, that's what we believe in. But Natural Waist Detox, we really known for helping the ladies get snatched and helping the fellas drop off 1 or 2 pounds. And then besides that, also helping persons like, I mean, and if you follow us on Instagram, I mean, the stories the stories we on a daily basis is like unbelievable. And like when people send us back the testimonies from the tea, it's like we just don't believe it ourselves. Because you say earlier, and I read off a text, you know, this is stuff what we go through, you know, and you believe like, man, these people got to be making these things up, texting themselves and screenshotting it and posting it. But no, we don't be doing that. Our customers, they be straight up and they send us back the feedback, and some of the stuff is be unbelievable. I mean, we have persons, ladies who have an issue with their menstrual cycle. They haven't seen their menstrual in years, and they drink the tea, the menstrual come down. We have situation with ladies, they've been trying to conceive for years and going to the doctor and this and that. They drink the tea, then they text back us back the pregnancy test saying, you know, they pregnant, and 9 months later they sending us the detox baby, the picture of the baby. And we like, okay, like this really happening, like this really going on. So like, hey, that's just what is be happening here. A lot of good stuff, a lot of miracles, a lot of healings, and a lot of just helping people who are looking for help. So that's why we took a different approach from the exercise and more into the detox to do, you know, because the detox was pushing more than the exercise and classes. So we had to take a break from FabFit and put the focus more onto Natural Waist Detox.
Like, what's that feeling like for you all to have a person walk in the door, you know, with a health issue, like especially like women that had problems having babies and stuff like that, and then they take your product and wow, now you have a baby that was made because, you know, they took the product and the body reacted to it. And like, what was that what's that feeling like for you all when things like that happen, when you all see those type results?
I mean, at the beginning, it was like, this person lying, like, are these people playing with us? Like, we was looking for a reason to, you know what I mean? Like, it just wasn't like realistic. And like, even up to the day, sometimes when people be like, hey, this what happened, it just don't hit us like, wow, this is actually happening, but it really is happening. So like the feeling of just helping somebody, you know, and then like how these people, they just pour themselves or they just express themselves. It's a feeling that you can't even explain. Like, we can't explain it, honestly, because just to see smile on somebody's face or joy, and you know, a lot of people go through a lot of pain because, you know, they trying to have a child for my husband, and it's deeper than, it's very deep, but at the same time, it's very satisfying. And at the same time, it's unbelievable. That's something that I mixing together, myself personally, and putting in your hand, and then you coming back with a result. You can't explain something like that, honestly.
Yeah, so now you talk about the Fertile Cleanse, which is one of your biggest sellers.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about the other detox teas that you do, because I know you do something called raspberry, the raspberry detox, and something called cast iron.
Yeah.
And then I know you mentioned that you have stuff to help the men too. So tell us a little bit more about the other detoxes that you have other than the Fertile.
All right, honestly, like, we have a lot of detox products. And actually, the number one seller is actually the raspberry belly fat, you know, but the Fertile Cleanse just really coming on strong because a lot of people use it for a lot of different stuff. But the most popular one is the raspberry tea, which helps you to cut your stomach, reduce bloating, and good for gas. You know, that's what people just straightforward interested in. And then I have the cast iron, which is for persons with stubborn stomach or issues using the restroom. It made the same as the raspberry, but if you know you have a cast iron for a belly, then we would recommend the cast iron. Or if you had the raspberry before and you ain't satisfied, then we turn you on to the cast iron. Then we have the straight natural cleanse. It's just a straight cleanse. We also have the green ginger root, helps with blood pressure, arthritis and stuff. I have the DCI, that's the diabetes, cholesterol, and infection. That's another awesome product. We also just bought on the PCOS Diva drink for all the ladies out there who are struggling with PCOS. We got you. We even got the fibroid cleanse. That's another situation that is a good seller too. We also even have the Ruby Red. The Ruby Red Detox, which helps to focus on parasites. That's another good seller. I even have the cold and flu, which helps the immune system. So if you're sick with the cold or the flu, you drink that, you should bounce back solid. I even have the sperm up, like I said, the sperm up for the men's that enhance their chances of the motility for the sperm, for the eggs and stuff to swim. I even have the smokers detox for all my smokers out there. If you want to clean your blood, clean your urine, and all that stuff. Like it's been tested, 1 or 2 persons passed a drug test off it, but detox, all the detox works different for everybody. You know, so what it do for Tom, it might not do for Jane. And I even have, I bought online the Terrorizer. That's a sexual enhancing drink that's out there on the market too. So like I said, we have a lot of products, and a lot of spend. We don't put nothing on the market unless we try it on ourselves. So we have good products here, and all the products have good results. And if you follow us on Facebook and IG, we post on a regular. You can see all the testimonies, and we ain't faking this. Like, this real. And you can tell, you just follow the page, and you see the stuff. So this real life stuff right here. And we only could just take it in and be obedient. That's it.
Yeah, and as you can see, like even behind us, there's a long list of products here that they sell, and y'all carry something for everything.
Yes, sir.
The only thing y'all don't make is a detox who could get you in heaven.
That's for a different time. But yeah, straightforward. And like I say, this company is spiritually led. All our products, all our ingredients, like where we get the ideas, like how you come up with this stuff. And so like if it ain't work through my wife, it worked through me. And that's just how it happened. And we making it happen. That's about it.
So what words of advice would you give to like a young person or anyone, in fact, that has a desire to be an entrepreneur and go into business for themselves?
Honestly, to speak the truth, being an entrepreneur in the Bahamas is very hard. It isn't easy, you know, and at the end of the day, some, like you say, if it's a young person, old person, married couple, single, at the end of the day, you have to find what is you. Because being out here, once again, it ain't easy. And you can meet a lot of obstacles, what would cause you to change your mind or to just don't be interested. But if you really want that, you will get that. And at the same time, too, a lot of people don't respect small business. So you have to set a standard, you know. You got to set some type of comfort, and you just got to keep working. You just got to keep chugging at it. Because at the end of the day, what you put in is what you get back. And you know, life, you can make life hard or you can make life easy. That's all I could say about that.
All right, so I know you mentioned your social media pages a few times. Let everybody know how to get in touch with you through social media. Give them the number, email, directions to the store. Yeah. Let them know, you know, how to get the Natural Waist Detox.
The Natural Waist Detox, like it is. You could follow us on Instagram. You could follow us on Facebook. Natural Waist, not W-A-S-T-E, W-A-I-S-T. Natural Waist Detox. Follow us on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all. You could just hit us up. Or you could call us 468-8993 or 565-7990. And our store is actually located on top of the hill, Farrington Road, right next to the Parliament Registrar Building. You can't miss it. Right on top of the hill, opposite the park.
Okay, you want to shout anybody out before we go?
Yeah, man, I want to shout out to my wife, you know, because if it wasn't for her, none of this would have been possible. And, you know, shout out to all my family, all my friends, and everybody out there. Big up to all my roots, everybody out there that's holding it down. And big up to the most important of all of our customers, our past, our present, and our future, because if it wasn't for you, you would have been here right now. So we have to send much love. We get plenty Natural Waist Detox customers out there who are just riding with us strong. Mm-hmm.
You've been locked into Live and Direct with yours truly, DC the Incredible. My guest, Mr. Feeling Froggy, Natural Waist Detox. That's W-A-I-S-T, yes, not W-A-S-T-E, but it will be W-A-S-T-E if you drink your ass iron.
Yes, sir, you know what's going on.
So until next time, we're going to be getting them out of here.